There's a Republican strategist by the name of Noelle Nickpour. She went on MSNBC and she is going to serve up on a platter a heaping helping of ignorant and lazy false equivalence. Listen to this.
We have a retirement crisis in America. This is no time. This is the last time to be talking about cutting Social Security. This is the moment when we talk about expanding Social Security.
Well, Noelle, to the big tent idea that Angela was talking about, Social Security is a sacred cow. Is that the kind of message that'll resonate with a lot of Americans on both sides of the aisle?
Well, I think when you start tampering with Social Security, I think you're going to get the attention of a lot of Americans. But I think right now, my personal opinion as a Republican strategist is I think that the lunatic fringe from both parties need to be cut. And I think the further the Democratic Party moves to the left, the extreme left wing, I think the worse it's going to get. I mean, you've got to remember that President Obama campaigned originally more like Reagan. And when he got to be president, we got more of the likes of Jimmy Carter. So I think that, although it rallies the troops and it gets you a lot of media exposure for extreme left ideas, I think that the Democratic Party, I think that Americans in general are looking for a more centrist, for someone that more governs from the middle.
Yeah, good point, except for everything you said. So actually, it's a horrible point. Okay, there is no extreme left in America. There is no extreme left in America. You know what extreme left is? Communism. Seizing private property. Making little girls dress and act masculine because we want to eliminate gender roles completely and have everybody act exactly the same. Okay, that is left-wing extremism. And just to give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about here, how many Republican members of Congress think that President Obama is a socialist or a communist, or even think, President Obama wasn't born in this country? All of them. All of them think he's either a socialist or a communist, and a lot of them think he wasn't born in this country, okay? So there are right-wing extremists, Republican extremists, but now let's go to the left. How many left-wingers think 9/11 was an inside job in Congress? 0. You can't do a false equivalence. The Republicans are batshit crazy, and the Democrats, while they don't do a fantastic job, they are not crazy. In fact, I'll go a step further here. Listen to these poll numbers. This is what the American people think about the issues. 80% say global warming is a big problem, you need to act on it right now. 59% say pass immigration reform. 65% want a Medicare for all system, as liberal as you can get. 58% say legalize weed. 60% want to raise taxes on the rich. 71% says cut defense. 58% says don't ever cut Social Security and Medicare. And 80% says raise the minimum wage. So in other words, what I'm getting at here is that the left wing is the center in American politics. The people are progressive, period. And for somebody to say that Elizabeth Warren is a fringe kook on the lunatic fringe, no. Elizabeth Warren actually represents the American people, and she tries to legislate what they want. It's so lazy. And it's ignorant too, because it shows you don't read the news, you don't know where the American people stand on the issues, you have no idea what's going on. But it's so lazy, it's so easy to say, oh yeah, there's some crazy people on the right and crazy people on the left, and the sensible people are probably somewhere in the middle. Wrong, because the spectrum has shifted so far to the right in American politics that the so-called far left is actually the international center.